He didn't know it was goodbye. Not really. Not forever. Not in the way it would turn out to be. That morning, Thomas laced his boots just like he always did, hugged his mom, nodded at his dad, but when it came time to leave, it was Buddy, their golden-coated mutt with wise eyes, who made it the hardest. Puppy barked like he understood, like he knew Thomas was going somewhere far away. His leash tugged, his paws danced, his ears pressed back in panic. Thomas laughed softly, leaning down. "I'll be back soon, boy. Don't miss me too much." Then the bus pulled away. Buddy didn't stop barking until long after it disappeared down the road. The time away was supposed to be short, one tour, 12 months, that's what they promised. But war doesn't care about timelines. 4 months in, an ambush changed everything. A blast buried Thomas beneath rubble and memory. When they pulled him from the wreckage, he couldn't move his legs, and later, he couldn't remember his name. Hospitals, therapy, silence. Years disappeared like smoke. His parents visited, tried to bring pieces of home, but he never asked about Buddy. Maybe part of him couldn't, because part of him knew. Dogs don't wait forever. But some do. Back home, every evening at 6:15, the same time Thomas had left that day, Buddy would sit on the porch, facing the road, ears perked. At first, the neighbors thought it was sweet, then strange, then sacred. Day after day, season after season, year after year, snow piled on his fur, rain soaked his back, but Buddy never moved. Not until it was fully dark. Not until the road stayed quiet. Kids left water bowls near the gate, veterans saluted as they passed, one artist even painted him, called it loyalty in motionless form. No one could get close. Not really. He wasn't just waiting. He was guarding something. 9 years passed. And then, Thomas received a letter. Just 5 words. "But will make a big impact on you." He read it 10 times before picking up the phone. He didn't know if Buddy would recognize him, if Buddy was still strong, if he'd be angry for being left behind. But the train kept moving, and so did the time. When Thomas stepped onto the sidewalk that evening, the sun was setting, and Buddy was there, old now, slower, his muzzle gray, his legs stiff. Oh, but there, same porch, same spot, same time. Thomas stood still. "Buddy?" he whispered. The ears twitched. The head lifted, and for a second the world held its breath. Then Buddy stood, shaky, unsure, until Thomas said it again. "Buddy, it's me." The bark broke the air like thunder, and Buddy ran. Not fast, not pretty, but every step was pure. They collided like no time had passed. Thomas fell to his knees. Buddy collapsed into his arms. And finally, Thomas let go. Tears. Little ones. He hadn't cried when he lost his leg. Not when the doctors told him he might never walk. Not when the therapist warned him he'd forget parts of himself forever. But now he wept like a child. "I'm sorry," he choked. "I'm sorry I took so long." But he just whined, licked his face, tucked himself under Thomas's arm like he'd been doing it every day in dreams. That night, Thomas didn't sleep in his bed. He slept on the floor, next to Buddy. Same blanket, same heartbeat. In the morning, the sun rose differently. Buddy didn't want to walk far, but he walked, just to the end of the block and back, like he was showing Thomas the old route, like nothing had changed. The neighbors smiled from their porches. One clapped. And for once, the town wasn't watching out of pity. They were witnessing a promise fulfilled. Thomas didn't do interviews. He didn't want press. He didn't want attention. He just wanted time. And Buddy gave him 3 more years of it. 3 years of slow walks. 3 years of porch naps. 3 years of sitting together at 6:15 p.m., this time, side by side. Until one spring morning, Buddy didn't get up. Thomas didn't panic. He just sat down beside him. "Hey, boy," he said gently. "You waited. I came back. You can rest now." Buddy blinked once, leaned into Thomas's leg, and slipped away. But no pain, no noise, just peace. They buried him under the tree out front. The same tree where he used to sit and wait. Thomas carved a small stone himself. It didn't say dog, it didn't say pet, it just said, it waited. Today, Thomas still walks that same path, and sometimes, on rare evenings, he swears he hears a bark from nowhere. Or maybe it's just the wind. Or maybe some things never really leave. Because when love waits long enough, it doesn't die. It becomes legend.